So right before Elon Musk announced that he was creating a third political party, this was my analysis on Tesla's stock. Let's take a listen. Now, current support for Tesla is going to be at 309. If the stock falls below that level, then look for a pullback to 290. So when I made that video, Tesla stock was trading at around 315. And in case you guys missed my analysis, I said if the stock fell below 309, then look for a pullback to 290. As you guys can see, my analysis was spot on. Now with Tesla stock back above support at 309, if it does end up falling back below that level, then look for a pullback down to 290. And if that level breaks, then look for a pullback to 277. Above current support at 309. If Tesla can stay above this level, then look for a 4% run to 322. And if buyers can push the price above 322, then I want you guys to look for a 10% run from current price to 343. The next stock that I made accurate price predictions on in my most recent video was Palantir, ticker symbol PLTR. Let's take a listen. Above current support, you still have resistance at 135 and at 144. If Palantir can get above 135, then look for that run to 144. Now, when I made that video, Palantir had just formed this doji candle right here. And as you guys can see, the stock did end up breaking above 135 and went straight to my price target at 144. With that said, if Palantir can't get back above 144, then look for a pullback down to 135. And if that level breaks, then look for a further pullback to 125. Now, if it can get above 144, then look for a run to 147 and then to 154. From current price, we're looking at an increase of over 8%. Now, with Apple's recent lackluster performance, here's what Dan Ives had to say about the company.
And I quote, "Apple now needs a product-focused CEO. Missing on AI could fundamentally alter the company's long-term trajectory and ability to grow at all. This is a pivotal moment for Apple. It's time for more disruptive change, not less."
And look,
it is a pivotal moment, right?
100%. I mean, like, look, me and you've talked about it, especially the last 18 months. They've had black eye moments. If you think about WWDC, everything that they promised, they basically had to backtrack on last year. This year, as we was the snooze fest, a yawner. And you have this AI revolution going through, and it does feel like in this AI highway, going 100 miles an hour, OpenAI, Google, Microsoft, that Apple's at a rest stop, sitting there just watching it, drinking lemonade. So the frustration...
That doesn't paint a very great picture, Dan.
And I think, to me, I disagree what Walter's saying about Cook needs to go. I agree from an M&A perspective. This is time for Cook to rip the Band-Aid off. We talk about Perplexity. That is the no-brainer deal. And I would say if Cook stays on the treadmill when it comes to AI, this would impact, I think, his long-term legacy. I view him as a Hall of Fame CEO, but it would definitely be, I think, this is a pivotal moment.
Okay, it's funny that you use a sports analogy, because I've always thought that the criticism here was a little bit funny. And that in many regards, it was a no-win following an iconic legend like Steve Jobs. I almost look at it like, and you're a sports guy, you're a baseball guy. Joe DiMaggio, Mickey Mantle. Joe DiMaggio, 325 career batting average, won 9 World Series. Who took over after Joe DiMaggio? Mickey Mantle. Yep. Was he a slouch? Was he Joe DiMaggio? I mean, he only batted .298 for his career, and he only won 7 World Series. But are you going to tell me that Mickey Mantle didn't do his job well?
And you're talking about, obviously, 2 of the legends, but I'll add
to... Well, Tim Cook's delivered 1,500% return since he's a CEO.
And
what does that make him?
And I'll add to that. He is the Mickey Mantle of tech. But Mickey Mantle went through periods where he had different bats, and that was parts of his success. If you look at Cook, what he needs to do here, when it comes to AI, we're not talking about anything else except for in the Apple ecosystem. With AI, it's not going to happen internally. For the first time, we talk about it, since Beats 2014, $3 billion, they have to change. And I think the frustration's building, and I do continue to believe you'll not have the status quo. Cook will lead Apple for the next, what I believe, 4 or 5 years. But AI, it's a pivotal time for Cook to get off that treadmill.
So current support for Apple stock is going to be at 211. If we fall below the support level, then look for a pullback to 204. And if that level breaks, then look for a further pullback to 197. Now, if Apple can stay above current support at 211, I want you guys to look for a 4% run to 222. Above 222, my next price target to the upside is going to be at 234. But for Apple stock to get to 234, buyers absolutely need to keep the price above 222. Alright guys, if you like this video, go ahead and leave a thumbs up and let's get this video out to more viewers. Also, if you're currently watching and you're not yet subscribed, do consider subscribing to the channel. As always, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one.